The future depends on all of us. And whether you like Facebook or not, I think we need to recognize what is at stake and come together to start for voice and free expression at this critical moment. It's really great to be here at Georgetown with all of you today. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that today we lost an icon, Elijah Cummings. He was a powerful voice for equality and for social progress and for bringing people together. Back when I was in college, our country had just gone to war in Iraq, and the mood of our campus was disbelief. A lot of people felt like we were acting without hearing a lot of important perspectives, and the toll on soldiers and their families and our national site was severe. And most of us felt like we were powerless to do anything about it. And I remember feeling that if more people had a voice to share their experiences, then maybe it could have gone differently. And those early years shaped my belief that giving more people voice gives power to the powerless and pushes society to get better over time. Now, back then, I was just building an early version of Facebook for my community, but I get the chance to see my values and beliefs play out at a smaller scale. When students got to express who they were and what mattered to them, they started move students groups, they organized more businesses, and they even changed some established ways of do things around campus. And it taught me the lesson that while a lot of people often focus on big events and instructions, the bigger story is that most progress in our lives actually come from individuals having more of voice. So since then, I've focused on building services that do two things: give people a voice and bring people together. And these two simple ideas of voice and inclusion go hand in hand. We've seen this through history, even if it doesn't always seems that way today. More people being able to share their experiences and perspectives ways always been necessary to build more inclusive society. And it is our commitment to each other that we should hold each other's right to express ourselves and be heard above and on in our own desires, to always get our way in every debate. That's how we make progress together. But this view is increasingly being challenged. Now, some people believe that giving more people a voice is driving division rather than bringing people together. More people across the spectrum believe that achieving the political outcomes that they think mattered is more important than every person having a voice and being heard. I think that that's dangerous. So today, I want to talk about why and some of important choice around free expression that I think we face forward throughout the history. We've seen how being able to use your voice, how people being to able use their voice help people come together. We've seen this in the civil rights moment. Frederick Douglass once called free expression the great moral renovator of our society. He said, slavery cannot tolerate free speech. Civil rights Civil rights leaders argue time and again their poets were protected from expression. And one noted nearly of the case involving the civil rights movements were decided to First Amendment grounds. We've seen this globally too. The ability to speak freely has been central of fight for democracy worldwide. The most prospective society have always restricted speech the most. And when people finally able to speak, they often use their voice to go for change in this year alone. People use their voice to end multiple long-running distractors in northern Africa. And we were already starting to hear from people whose voice had been excluded, just because they were women or because they were believe in democracy. They believe in democracy. Our ideas free expression has been much broader.